Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Adrian Ellis.
And I'm Sam Humphrey.
Johnston's Edwards Taylor has been indicted on 2 cases of reckless manslaughter for the deaths of Rod and Paula Bramplett last May. The Auburn teen was indicted by Lee County Grand Jury, and his arraignment is scheduled for January 30th at 3:30 in Judge Walker's courtroom, as confirmed by Lee County District Attorney Brandon Hughes.
The indictment comes after the deaths of the Brambletts on May 25th, 2019 on Chuck Jordan Parkway near West Sanford Avenue. Rod was the voice of the Auburn Tigers before his death.
The first case of new flu-like coronavirus has been confirmed in the U.S. in Seattle, Washington last Tuesday. The outbreak started in China and has spread through Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, and South Korea, and has more than 300 confirmed infections and has killed at least 17 people.
The Alabama Department of Public Health is now in close communication with the Centers for Disease Control to help monitor the evolving outbreak. The United States is now actively screening incoming travelers from China. Healthcare providers in Alabama are now being asked to conduct screenings of patients seeking care for influenza-like illnesses who have traveled to China in the past 14 days prior to illness and contact ADPH and CDC for consultation and guidance.
Although information about the illness is limited, symptoms of the new respiratory virus include coughing, difficulty breathing, fever, and in some patients, life-threatening pneumonia. People with the symptoms should contact a physician, urgent care center, or hospital for screening and care.
An Auburn University graduate with a doctorate in physics recently found evidence of a new atomic process, proving a theory that was made a decade ago by a former Auburn professor. The graduate who has made the find is Ahmad Bassam Namar. Namar's discovery provided evidence to a theory that was posed in 2010 by former Auburn professor Francois Robichaud, who now works at Purdue University.
Robichaud's theory focuses on what is known as the recombination process, which refers to electrons combining with the atomic nuclei to form atoms. Atomic physicists are excited about this find as they believe it could unlock answers about the evolution of stars and other objects in the universe.
Stuart Locke, a professor in Auburn's Department of Physics, agrees and said that, quote, "This find could provide us new information about where carbon, oxygen, and other elements came from in our universe, which could in turn lead to giving us a better picture of how the universe is continually evolving," end quote.
It was announced last week that 2 students from Auburn has been awarded the Albert Swire Fellowship.
Charlie Moore, a sophomore in the Harrison School of Pharmacy, and Emily Munn, a doctoral student in the School of Kinesiology, will join 15 other students from Samford University, the University of Alabama, the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and the University of Montevallo.
The fellowship is a great opportunity in which the students spend the next 15 months developing and carrying out service projects related to health disparities and under-resourced communities. In the process, the students will learn how to address social factors that impact health and develop lifelong leadership skills. Coming up, a recap of this week's Auburn sports.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn News Leader. Auburn Athletics has been staying busy throughout the 2020 calendar year so far, as Bruce Pearl has put the men's basketball team on a pace we haven't seen in almost 2 decades. And Jeff Graba has gymnastics primed for another good season. Let's take a look at everything going on in sports. Fresh off a 2-game on the road, the Auburn men's basketball team got back home on Wednesday night to take on South Carolina. Eagle Eye was there to bring you the story.
Auburn basketball bounced back after 2 straight game losses in SEC play. With a tremendous game from Devin Cambridge, the Auburn Tigers defeated the Gamecocks with a score of 80-67. Tonight, it was all about Devin Cambridge. He had a career high and led the team with a total of 26 points. The true freshman made shots, and according to head coach Bruce Pearl, the change for Cambridge was confidence and his teammates giving him space to shoot effectively. The crowd's excitement for the guard showed for itself. They gave him a standing ovation, and so did the starting lineup.
I have said that someday he could be our best player. I've said that. But I talked to him before the game tonight. And I was like, what are you waiting for?
Next up in total points was senior Javon McCormick. The point guard put up 13 for the Tigers and, as per usual, dominated in assists again. Tonight's game was a big turnaround for the Auburn Tigers. The start was slow, but eventually Auburn led against the Gamecocks, which was a change from their last 2 matchups against Alabama and Florida. Veteran Samir Daddy momentum rose in the second half, and overall the team improved from just 15 assists total from their last 2 games to 17 assists tonight. Anthony Malcolmore had 7 rebounds that helped the Tigers defensively and have an advantage over South Carolina tonight. Better playmaking and a crowd on their side helped Auburn improve 16-2.
This Saturday, Auburn will take on a tough Big 12 opponent, Iowa State, in Auburn Arena at 11 a.m. Central. This is Kennedy Gooden reporting for Eagle Eye TV.
Big news on the gridiron. Auburn defensive coordinator Kevin Steele inked a new 3-year deal to stay with Auburn. The deal will pay Steele $2.5 million annually, making him the highest paid defensive coordinator in the country. Under Steele, Auburn has ranked in the top 20 nationally in scoring defense every year. Auburn is also only one of 5 programs in the FBS to hold opponents under 20 points per game in each of the last 4 seasons. Gymnastics, fresh off the road trip of their own, comes back to Auburn Arena this Friday for a meet against Missouri. The Tigers are coming off of a close loss to LSU last Friday and are looking to continue their solid start to their season. Auburn junior pitcher Tanner Burns picked up another preseason recognition from D1 Baseball on Tuesday, as he was named a second-team All-American by the publication. This adds to an already lengthy preseason award list, as he was also been named to a first-team preseason All-American by Collegiate Baseball and is one of 6 starting pitchers from the Southeastern Conference to earn either first or second-team recognition. Want more sports updates throughout the week? We've got you covered. Just follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Eagle Eye TV and catch Sportsline in Auburn every Monday this semester. We'll be right back.
Auburn University Transportation Services has partnered with Lyft, a popular ride-sharing company, to provide students safe late-night rides within a 4-mile radius of their home throughout the semester.
The Auburn Lyft Late Night Smart Ride program began last Wednesday and will offer currently enrolled students up to a $10 discount on rides from within the university designated service areas. Designated service areas include the Student Center, Tiger Transit Station, and between South Gay Street and Wilmore's Drive by Toomer's Corner.
According to Kelsey Prather, a communications and marketing specialist for Auburn University, the discount will only apply for students who are using the app to get home. For example, if a student is at a bar downtown and uses the app to ride back home, then the discount applies. All currently enrolled students should receive an email from Lyft requesting verification of their Tiger Mail accounts, in addition to details about the Auburn Lyft Late Night Smart Ride program.
A new mural is on display in the East Alabama Medical Center's pediatric unit. Designed to reflect the aquatic theme in other parts of the pediatric unit, the mural's bright colors and art will help illuminate the patient's day and help them throughout the healing process.
The mural was created by a group of Auburn students and Professor Whitney DeShine Painting 2 class. DeShine students work on projects in nearly every semester. Last semester, the class created a mural for the Lee County Humane Society.
To be able to work with everybody was really nice and really great to learn, I think, for us as artists, but also to be able to know that it's coming here, it's going to brighten everybody's day. It was just really rewarding altogether.
And it just makes everything brighter and cheerier and gives them a sense of hope while they're in the hospital. And what we know from an evidence-based standpoint, it helps with them getting better and healing them.
Auburn DU Library will begin new extended hours starting January 31st. Previously, the library was open until 6 on Fridays and Saturdays, but will now close at 9 p.m.
Quote, "We've been hearing for a while that students, especially graduate students, wanted more weekend access for their work. Dean of Library Shalai Zhang said, "We are pleased that we can offer these extended hours to our students needing more time to accomplish their research or to find a great place to study."
Starting in fall of 2020, the College of Liberal Arts will offer a new International Studies major. This interdisciplinary degree will prepare students for internationally focused careers through coursework that emphasizes the communication, collaboration, and discipline-specific skills necessary to work in a diverse cultural setting.
The degree is designed with a strong multicultural and global focus that will benefit graduates as they seek professional careers in both business and the private sector, non-private work, as well as foreign and civil services. For more information, contact Giovanni Summerfield at summerfieldgi@auburn.edu or call 334-844-2890.
This week's Pet of the Week is Ringo. This sweet 1-year-old boy is a big ball of energy and bounces everywhere and everywhere. He loves anyone and meets anything he meets and will be the most loyal puppy. And just like me, he needs somebody to love.
Ringo is already neutered, vaccinated, and microchipped and has tested negative for heartworms. Come by the Lee County Humane Society and discover what a joy he is to be around.
We'll be right back with more after this.
The South saw extremely low temperatures last week, and Florida experienced the coldest temperature that they have ever had in almost a decade, with freeze warnings throughout the state last Wednesday.
The temperatures in South Florida dropped so low Wednesday morning that forecasters at the National Weather Service in Miami warned residents to be on guard for falling iguanas. Iguanas are cold-blooded creatures. If temperatures get too low, they will slow down and stiffen up and go into a state of hibernation. This causes them to lose their grip on the trees. The iguanas are okay, they don't freeze, and they aren't going to die, but they will be motionless.
Residents are advised to watch out for the falling iguanas, but they should be fine as the temperatures rise throughout the day.
That's all we have for you tonight. Keep up with all the latest Auburn news throughout the week by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Eagle Eye TV. I'm Sam Humphrey.
And I'm Adrian Ellis. Thank you for watching us, and War Eagle.